Tinubu, Ijaw group slams Asari Dokubo. Now to the news info. The Ijaw Consultative Assembly has denounced Mujahedeen Asari Dokubo's latest utterances as rambling and an ill-conceived attempt to cultivate ties with the Hausa Fulani community of northern extraction. The President and Secretary of the body, Julius Ekpokememi, and Chief Tayebi Ari acknowledged the legendary North-South alliance in a statement issued on Monday in Yenagoa, Bayelsa State capital. The statement further stated that Dokubo's comments were about the renaming of the Niger Delta Ministry to the Ministry of Regional Development to encompass other regional agencies created for the intended purpose. He portrayed his video declaration as impassioned, suggesting that the government's stance was anomalous and constituted a direct confrontation with the Niger Delta's Ijaw population under the president's administration. His impression as an attempt by the present administration to whittle down the growing, all-round development in the Niger Delta is a calculated attempt to whittle down the success being recorded in the last 1 year by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the region. What success? If we declare, make we dey see abeg. You can talk about Asari Dokubo and the fact that he has been betrayed or anything, but abeg, what success has been recorded in the past 1 year? Nothing. So people should please know what you are saying, abeg. While giving the impression to Nigerians as a betrayal of the Ijaws by the Yorubas, his belief of derailing the original government developmental efforts is erroneous. The body maintained that inasmuch as he is entitled to his opinion, the die is not cast for Asari Dokubo to lead a leadership forum for the emancipation of the Ijaws in the Niger Delta. While identifying his idea of eating from both sides of his mouth, they warned on the consequences of creating needless altercations between the Ijaw nation and Oodua nation as unacceptable. Ijaw Consultative Assembly said the self-imposed leader of Ijaw nation, Dokubo's ploy to amass needless wealth, recognition and connection from the present administration of President Bola Tinubu has failed. That one, good for him. The ever-garrulous, talkative Mujahedeen Asari Dokubo recently went a notch further in his regular tirades, bumbling about a self-assigned resolve to lead the Ijaw nation into an alliance with Hausa Fulani of the North. He cited past alliances that existed between the North and Ijaw pioneer leaders of the 1950s and 1960s. Asari burst of temper came on the heels of the reconfiguration of the Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs to accommodate development agencies recently created for other zones by the federal government and renamed Ministry of Regional Development. In a recent video making the rounds on social media, the vociferous Asari saw the innovation as an aberration, a sacrilegious affront against the people of Niger Delta region, most especially the Ijaw nation by the President Tinubu-led federal government. Asari whined endlessly of the change as a Yoruba agenda to abort the existing template adopted for the Niger Delta region's development, a design to whittle down the geopolitical zone's progress and interest. Asari Dokubo called the government action a Yoruba betrayal of Ijaw people. Asari opined that new nomenclature tends to derail the original intent and purpose of the establishment of the Niger Delta Ministry. The Mujahedeen is entitled to his opinion even if he spoke from both sides of his mouth. We know he once talked glowingly of Ahmed Tinubu before and after the general elections of 2023. However, we don't know where the boss left him, which led to his doublespeak. It is because they have shown him that only you cannot betray, we also know how to betray. Because you were supporting this man as at 2023, all of a sudden you have changed your mouth. He betrayed you, he did this, he did that. What exactly happened between the two of you now? You don't want to tell us. You are just shouting that he betrayed you, and so Yoruba people betrayed you, and then you want to create an alliance with Hausa people. Bye-bye, go ahead. They will betray you there too. You come back, you come and tell us. The Dokubo's comments were meant to incite unrest in the Niger Delta, but up to this moment of putting pen on paper, they haven't sparked the spontaneous convulsions contemplated or forward a vista or fraud between the Ijaw nation and Odua people. His self-serving outburst has had little or no impact. It is in fact unclear who appointed Asari Dokubo the Ijaw nation's leader or its spokesperson. His incendiary and inflammatory rhetoric only serves to seek attention from the federal government. His activism has for long lost credibility, and its influence is limited to a handful of illiterates, miscreants, and thugs. The Ijaw nation has not descended so low to the point of requiring Asari Dokubo to lead it. His immaturity, unstable disposition, and verbose nature cancelled him completely in any lineup to pick leaders amongst the Ijaws. He remains unfit to aspire for leadership in our midst. Talk more of bringing the head an alliance, emissary between the Ijaw nation and the Hausa Fulani, if ever there is going to be one. Asari is unquote. He exhibits the likeliness of a buffoon and therefore cannot lead anyone in the 21st century except barbarians. Those who aspire for leadership must exercise self-restraint, be reserved, good-natured, and must not display love for filthy lucre. With avarice written all over him, Asari at the inception of the Tinubu administration goaded himself pompously, making audacious and embarrassing press statements in the presidential villa on behalf of the new administration. Without authorization, it was good riddance to a bad rubbish when Mr. President, without much ado, eased him out of the villa surroundings. Ever since his oust, he has been craving attention. We hope Mr. President indulges him soon. The federal government and armed forces are to be blamed for failing to address this audacious display of armed followers. In reality, Asari's grievances stem from unmet personal expectations, particularly financial gains from the President Tinubu administration. The former militant leader has no loyalty for anyone. Whatever he does is for personal gains. He was chased out of Enagua by the youth once led. When he tried to host a youth meeting, it was because they don't trust him. Asari has never done any honest work in his entire checkered existence, yet he has powered us upwards over the years, all through rascality. Asari Dokubo therefore is a villain, a pariah and betenor in the Ijaw nation. Ijaw or Aizon means truth and integrity, traits which he lacks. How can such a fellow say he wants to head a team for a Ijaw alliance with the Hausa and Fulani? Well, good for him. It is good that they are now talking to him, that he is also a betrayer and doesn't have the right to say that he wants to lead them in Hausa Fulani and Ijaw alliance. He doesn't have the right. Signed, Chief Julius Ekpokememi, President, Chief Tari Ebi Ari, Publicity Secretary. My listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.